The candle burned unevenly between us. Wax folded in on itself, collapsing quietly, like everything else. She checked her phone again. Not a glance. A reflex, thumb flick, screen glow, lock. I watched her eyes, not the device. That's where truth leaks. Something urgent? I asked. My voice didn't belong to me. Too calm, too clean. She smiled. That rehearsed softness I used to believe in. Just a friend. A pause. Then the phone vibrated again. This time she didn't hide it fast enough. A name flashed. Not saved. Just a number. But the message. Room's ready. Don't keep us waiting. Us. I felt something inside me shift. Not break. Break is loud, chaotic. This was quieter. Like a lock clicking shut. She stood up before dessert arrived. Emergency, she said, already grabbing her coat. I'll make it up to you. 23 years. Reduced to a sentence that didn't even turn around to face me. The chair across from me stayed warm for a long time after she left. I didn't touch the food. I didn't move. I just stared at the candle until it died. And in that silence, I understood something I should have seen years ago. This wasn't the first time. It was just the first time I noticed. She came home at 3:17 a.m. I know the exact time because I didn't sleep. Didn't need to. Sleep is for people whose worlds still make sense. She smelled different. Not perfume. Something deeper, warmer, shared. She slipped into bed like nothing had happened. Like I was still blind. I kept my breathing steady. Slow, measured. She turned her back to me. Distance, immediate, instinctive. That hurt more than anything else. Not guilt, not hesitation. Just habit. The next morning, she made coffee. Hummed in the kitchen. Normal. Too normal. I'm sorry about last night, she said, not looking at me. I understand, I replied. And I did. Just not in the way she thought. I began noticing things. Patterns. Her gym sessions doubled, but her body didn't change. Late book club meetings, yet the book stayed untouched. Her phone never left her hand, even in the shower. Especially in the shower. And then there was the bank account. Small withdrawals. Consistent. Careful. Not enough to alarm. Just enough to fund something secret. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for people who want answers. I wanted truth, and truth doesn't survive panic. It reveals itself under pressure. Slow pressure. Precise pressure. So I smiled. I kissed her goodbye every morning. I asked about her day, and I watched. The number from that night became my starting point. I didn't call it. I traced it. Burner service, routed. Predictable. People who think they're clever always follow patterns. I followed hers. 3 nights a week. Same time window. Same exit excuse. Different outfits. Always deliberate. I hired no one. Did everything myself. Cameras are easy when you know where to look. Parking garage. Rear entrance. A building that didn't advertise its purpose. But it didn't need to. The people going in said enough. Couples. Singles. Eyes that didn't meet anyone else's. Discretion wrapped in silence. A lifestyle club. Of course, she wasn't just cheating. She was disappearing into something shared, something that erased me completely. I watched her enter one night. Confident, familiar, not hesitant, not guilty. That was the moment I stopped feeling like a husband and started thinking like a strategist. I reviewed our prenuptial agreement, line by line, clause by clause. Infidelity, financial misconduct, asset division. It was all there. Ironclad. She had signed it with a laugh 23 years ago. Just in case, I had said. She thought it was romantic paranoia. It wasn't. It was patience. I gathered everything. Entry logs, transaction records, footage, dates, times, patterns. By the time I was done, I didn't feel angry. Anger is messy. This was clean. Surgical. I chose a quiet Sunday. No drama. No raised voices. She was reading in the living room when I placed the folder on the table. What's this? She asked. Clarity. She laughed lightly. That same careless tone. Until she opened it. Page by page. Her hands slowed, then stopped. Her face lost color. Where did you... I was at the restaurant, I said softly. The night you left. Silence. Heavy. Pressing. I can explain, she whispered. Of course she could. They always can. It's not what you think. It's exactly what I think. I didn't raise my voice. Didn't need to. Truth doesn't require volume. Tears came next. Predictable, controlled at first, then desperate. It didn't mean anything, she said. That was the worst part. Not betrayal, but the emptiness behind it. 23 years, and it meant nothing. I nodded slowly. I know. That broke her more than anger ever could. The papers were already prepared. She just hadn't realized it yet. Divorce, activation of the prenup, immediate, total. You can't be serious, she said, voice cracking. I've never been more serious. She reached for me. I stepped back. That small movement said everything. No house, I continued. No accounts. No assets. Her eyes widened. You'll be fine, I added. You have your lifestyle. That word hit her. Hard. Because now it sounded exactly like what it was. Cheap. Replaceable. She begged. Of course she did. People always do when consequences arrive, but I had already left her. Not physically. That was just logistics. Emotionally, I was gone the night she chose strangers over a candle burning between us. Weeks later, the divorce was finalized. Clean, efficient, absolute. Switzerland is quiet this time of year. The villa overlooks a lake that doesn't care about human mistakes. I like that. Indifference feels honest. My phone rang 71 times the day the photos went online. Private number. I didn't answer. Didn't need to. I already knew what she wanted. The past. The version of me that tolerated her. That man doesn't exist anymore. Later, another call. This time from my son's wife. Sharp voice. Entitled. If you want to join Thanksgiving, she snapped, come wash the dishes. I smiled. Enjoy, I said, and hung up. Distance clarifies everything. Family, love, loyalty. They're all just words until tested. Now, I live without illusions, without noise, without her. And sometimes, late at night, I think about that candle, the way it collapsed inward before dying. Back then, I thought it was the end of something. I was wrong. It was the beginning of silence, of control, of truth. And in that truth, I finally became untouchable.